Hey, I'm Laelia, your go-to for all you need to know about landing and succeeding job interviews by putting the U in interview. Welcome to my first YouTube video. In today's video, I'll be walking you through how to get a job without having previous experience. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use your personality and skill set as your biggest assets. Make sure you watch till the very end, as I'll be using real-life examples to demonstrate this. Now, this video is at the heart of what I mean when I say putting the you in interview. You as in your skill set, your interpersonal skills, your personality is what's going to set you apart. Being able to convey that in an interview is absolutely crucial. As a recruiter, I've interviewed thousands of candidates from large global companies to startups, junior to senior, and I've seen what works. We all start somewhere. And by putting the you in interview is exactly how I was able to get my first role as a recruiter despite not having any previous experience as a recruiter. To demonstrate just how important this is, picture this. I've got two candidates that I'm going to put in front of a hiring manager. The first candidate has amazing hard skills. They tick all of the boxes, but they're just not so strong in their soft skills. The second candidate lacks some of the hard skills, but has really amazing soft skills and is able to sell himself in the interview. Who do you think gets the role? That's right, this candidate. Now, I'm not saying that hard skills are not important. Of course they are. What I'm trying to convey is that you might be perfect for the role, but if you're not able to sell yourself during the interview and really convey your soft skills and personality, then chances are someone who is really good at selling themselves, who might lack the hard skills, will get that role over you. As hard skills are often teachable, whereas so much more importance is being put on soft skills these days. This is exactly what I'm going to help you with. So let's get started. First off, as you're reading through the job description, start looking at some of the skill sets that they are looking for, hard skills as well as soft skills. Now, in terms of soft skills, we're talking reliable, outgoing, you name it, and think about how those skills relate to you personally. So as you can see here, I've taken a job description that I just found off of LinkedIn for a junior graduate talent acquisition consultant. Now I'm going to read through this job description and I'm going to highlight the soft skills in yellow and highlight the hard skills in green. So you can see there are quite a few soft skills: liaising and developing relationships, so all about building relationships. And then you can see that their organizing shows up a couple of times within the job posting, as well as the About You section. So you make note that that is an important attribute to have for this role. And then I just made a list of all of the soft skills and hard skills that I found within the job ad, just to get a better idea of how I can match my personal soft skills with those that are written in the job description so that we understand what it is that the hiring manager is looking for, and we can prepare our interview accordingly. Let's use myself as an example. So as I was doing my research and looking through different job postings for recruiter roles, I was able to gather that you needed to be a self-starter, have good interpersonal skills, be organized, and be comfortable with sales. When I went in my interview, I was able to demonstrate those skill sets in lieu of actually having experience. Let's go a little bit deeper. Once you've found the skill set that they're looking for that matches up with your personal attributes, you need to give concrete examples as to when you've demonstrated this skill set. Let me give you an example. If the skill set was going to be outgoing, this is how you could demonstrate it. While I was in high school, I had a part-time role at a call center. The call center had very strict targets on the amount of calls made and appointments booked. In order to be successful, you had to be really outgoing. In order to call people up at their homes and make these appointments. This really pushed me to go outside of my comfort zone and be more outgoing. So you can see that we used a specific example. Let me give you another real life example. When I was working as a recruiter, I had a candidate come to me for an admin role within a bank. His previous job, and only job actually, was as a lifeguard at a local pool that he worked part-time while he was paying for his university degree. So he came to me really prepared. He asked a lot of relevant questions, and he was able to demonstrate some transferable skills, such as that as a lifeguard, he was recently given more responsibility in doing the scheduling. He was very eager. He demonstrated he was a hard worker, and so I really wanted to put him forward to the client. Now, how did I sell him? Now, this is the important part, and this is, again, another great example. A lifeguard, which seems totally not relevant to an admin within a bank. So what I was able to do is I was able to draw out those transferable skills, such as the scheduling, to demonstrate he had previous experience with admin. I use the fact that he's working part-time while he's going to university to demonstrate that he's a hard worker, he's got great work ethic, and time management skills, because it's hard to juggle both. And that he's comfortable with taking on responsibility, because let's face it, being a lifeguard is a huge responsibility. And he got the interview. He demonstrated all of those skills in the interview, and he got the job. When you're starting out, you can't expect to have all of the hard skills and check all of the boxes. It's just not possible. We all need to start somewhere. And now if an employer is looking for a junior person who has 5 years of experience, then there's a bit of a disconnect, and that's coming from their end. However, what's important when we're starting out is that we are able to sell ourselves. And this will be a skill that you'll need throughout the rest of your career to really differentiate yourselves from the other candidates. Click the like button if you found this video helpful, and be sure to comment with any questions or what your biggest selling feature is when you're in an interview. Stay tuned for next week's video. I'll be posting videos every Wednesday with all the insider tips on how to land and succeed in interviews. If you feel like you're not getting any calls into interviews, click on my website to make sure it's not your resume that's holding you back.